Hey, it's Randy again here. I'm going to be doing my first tutorial on the xTool F2 Ultra UV. Something that we use a lot when we're doing laser stuff is jigs and whatnot for helping line things up so you can just go back to it every time without having to do a whole lot of, setup and stuff. It's real easy to go in and cut. So with the pendant necklaces I make with the zodiac signs, we have a jig that is made for to take I cut out the blanks on the CO2 lasers, and then I put them in the F1 is what I was using the IR laser. And that's what gives you this the white engraving look on them. So we have a jig for that, and it has all those, 25 millimeter is what they're supposed to be. But there's always some variance in sizes on stuff like that. So when you set the jig up on the F1, it centers it, and there's a template for it, and so you can line it up every time. And the template looks similar to this right here. That's the current template that's on the board. But if I go here and open up the one that I use on the F1, you can see that it has the circles, and if I move one, these circles are still there. And these circles are 25 millimeter. And the lining up was always a little difficult, but so, you just make these circles 25 millimeter. And that way you can just drag them in and line them up. And they're good to go. And, so there's 12 there, so I just always left it set up. Well, when you open up the F2 Ultra UV, it's a much bigger build area. And you can see that that square is this right here. That red square is basically that entire build area, to where now this is the build area. So now you have to set it up. Well, I noticed today that when I was doing one, that the circles aren't quite right. So I went through and resized them. And what I did is I went down to 24.5 millimeter, and to try to line them up in there. And the camera on this is really good. So that's what I was doing, was setting it up. So hold on a second. I got to zoom in. I'll be right back. So once you're done moving these around, like right now I can click on this one, but I cannot click on any of these. So what I do is I go up here, like I said, and change that. 24.5. And I go over here and set this to output. Well, first I got to click on it. And it's already at output. So I'll go down here to the square and hit framing. And you see how you probably can see how the blue light is a little bit on the outside of that template. It comes all the way out to the outer edge. Well, if I just try to scoot it over with the arrows to fine tune it, when that one drops down off that left side, I got to click on it, I'm sorry. When you scoot it over, now it'll drop down in there, and it's perfectly lined up inside that hole. You can't really see the back side here, but the line goes around perfectly. So now this one right here, now, first I'll go up and, set that up to where it's not output anymore. And you see how I cannot click on these. They don't highlight. Like when you rub across it, it will highlight, and I can click on it. Well, you lock it into place, And the next time I open this file, it will be perfectly locked in place and I don't have to do this again. So this one is still 25 millimeter. So I'm going to set this up to output and then frame it as well. Click on it. Now you see how it's outside on the right side. It's over here. Well, if I move the arrows over, it never fully drops down in there because the hole is just slightly smaller than the 25 millimeter. So that's why I'll do that again over here, 24.5. Click on it. Get it framing. Oh, sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to work in two different areas. So now I'll just slightly move it over. And if you use the arrows on your keyboard, it barely moves it. So it lets you fine tune. I went too far. That looks pretty good. I think I need to go up one. All right, that's too far up. So now it's perfectly aligned. I'll go up here and shut off the output on that one as well. Stop the framing and lock this one into place. So now all those I've already done. So I cannot highlight them anymore. And if I hide the background, they're just there and I can't do anything with them. If I right click, then I can, choose to unlock them. So these are the ones that I need to make today. So what I'm going to do is I'll drag these down. And now the circle on the outside of this, I will not set to score, cut, or engrave. I'll show you in a second. I just use that for the lining up purposes on the template. That looks pretty good. And you just drag them and drop them right on. And with the F1, it doesn't have a camera like this one has. So, I never could quite get everything perfectly lined up. So I just did the best I could, and they turned out all right. And then the last one, I think that's Sagittarius. And what it also helps out with now is I'll be able to highlight those, and it's only highlighting the ones that I'm going to do. So I'm going to hit output. And now you see here where it's got those circles set to cut. I will go back up. I will click on those. And I will shut the output off on that. So now the only thing that's set to output is the engraving. And I went with the xTool settings for the 1/8 3mm black acrylic. And I'm going to go ahead and, I dropped one, set those up into the spots that I have those on the template. And I'm going to get my laser glasses on. Well, actually, I don't have this set up to where I can do it. You can probably see it through the thing. So I'll close it. Then I'll hit process. And I think the settings was right there. You can see for the engrave, really fast. It's 80% power, 2,500 millimeters a second. One pass, the lines per centimeter is 200 and 40 on the frequency. So I'll hit process. And it says that it should take 29 seconds. Oh, sorry, I was a little off the screen. So I will hit the button right down here and let you watch it go. This machine is much quieter than some of the other ones, and you see how quick it's working. It's just doing a wonderful job. So far, I've loved everything that I've done. I've been practicing on some stuff, but that's just great quality. And so those are what I put in the necklaces. Let me flip the camera. So I hope anybody that may have purchased the F2 Ultra UV, when you're wanting to use your jigs that you've got for the F1 or even the F2, I think that will help out. I've been practicing on some glass, my shot glasses here, getting pretty decent results, but I've been doing that, practicing on some rocks. So there's a lot more I'm going to be able to do with this machine, so I'll be able to offer more things, and I just hope that these tutorials help. And, you know, like I always say, I'm not sponsored by xTool, so maybe someday, but these machines are easy to use. Their software is great. I hope this helps. Thank you.